Hey everyone! So last week I was browsing on YouTube and I found this tag started by a lovely user here called Chaos World 60. You should totally go check her out. But she started this tag called the Complete Doll tag, and I haven't seen anyone doing it, which is sad. So basically what you have to do is you have to take your most complete doll and answer a bunch of questions about them. My most complete doll is Dorian, as you can probably tell. Ooh, his eyes look so cool on this video right now. Oh my god. Dorian. What is your doll's full name? He doesn't really have a full name. He's just Dorian. Mostly just because I haven't thought of a last name, but when I was thinking about this question, I was like, you know what, like Dorian wouldn't even have a last name. He would just have a first name because he's a robot. And in his story, like, he as a person would not be important enough to give a last name to. So he's just Dorian. A brief summary of their story. Now, eventually I do want to make like a full bio about Dorian, but I don't want to give away too much, so a very brief summary is that basically he is a sentient robot in a world where this is illegal. And so it's basically just about his struggles, coming to terms with what he is, living in this like futuristic, kind of hostile world. Meeting friends, meeting people with other problems. That's basically the gist of his story. So it's pretty dramatic, it's pretty tragic in a lot of ways, but one day I will definitely talk more about Dorian, but that's as basic as I can get it without giving away too many spoilers. A quote or passage from your character's story. This is a little difficult just because I haven't written anything about Dorian yet. I haven't written down his story. So, I don't know, if I were to think about it, it would probably be something deep and dramatic because Dorian is pretty deep and dramatic. Like, I don't know, he likes to stargaze, so he would probably be like, he gazed up at the stars and questioned his existence and something ridiculous like that. I don't know. I haven't written it down, so I can't really give a exact quote, but that's the best I can do. If your character could go back in time to one moment, which moment would that be and why? So, Dorian is pretty depressed about his existence, but his biggest fear is to die. A big driving element of his story is that he's sort of trying to get away from the law because if he was found, he would get terminated. So a big element is that he's trying to get away because he doesn't want to die. However, I think if he could go back in time, the one thing he would change is probably be himself from being made. So I know that's kind of a little weird, like he's not suicidal and he's not like, he doesn't want to die, but if he could make it so that he just never existed in the first place, that's probably what he would do. Which is a little bit sad and tragic, but that's Dorian. I'm so sorry. If your character could choose his or her death, what would it be? I just don't think he would want to die ever. Now that he's alive and that he can't change it, he would probably be terrified to die, to be honest. I think that's something that he wouldn't even want to think about. Because, like, I guess humans in this world would have, like, their own belief systems to what happens to you after you die. But robots would probably not be part of that. And so I think he's very scared of dying. Just the concept of not existing in the first place is appealing to him. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it does to me. What is a life lesson your character has learned? I don't know if he's learned it yet, but definitely a big element of his story is just learning to accept not only himself, but just like the people around him. He has a little bit of like, I guess, hostility towards humans for making him and sort of instilling this life onto him that he has no choice. So I think that a big element is like he meets a human, like the first person he meets is a girl, is this human girl, and he sort of has to like push aside his hatred for humanity and he learns to like them as a friend. So that's a big element in this story, just accepting humans and accepting what they've done to him and accepting himself. How long did it take you to complete your doll? Oh my, like, he's still not totally complete. There are a couple of things that I would like to get for him, like a new wig, and I definitely want to redo his body blushing, but I need new materials, and I'm like dead scared to even try with the materials that I have. But I mean, it's been like 5 years now that I've had him, so he's still not done, but 5 years is what I would say. What is a trait that you and this character share? I think if I had to pick one thing, it would be like our constant confused state of just humanity and like what people do. I think that both me and Dorian would have the same reaction, like if someone did something really stupid or like for no reason, we would both be like, why? Why are you doing this? Like, what? I do think that we're both kind of like isolated and we don't really understand why people do the things that they do. Especially with all the stuff going on right now, especially in the US. It's just so weird to me. And I think that he would feel the same. I also think that we both have this like feeling of being stuck. Me emotionally and him literally, like just stuck and not being able to be in control of your own life and the things happening around you. I think that that's something that me and him would have in common very much so. What would be the ultimate gift that is possible for this character? Freedom. Freedom, or maybe just like Pinocchio wants to be a real boy. I think those two things. If he could be free to live his life and not be in the control of his masters, I think that would be the ultimate gift that Dorian could get. I know. I'm sorry to bum you guys out, but Dorian's a bit of a bummer. That was the tag. As always, I tag everyone. I will tag, you know who I'm going to tag by name actually? I'm going to tag Annandale. I'll tag you because once you were like, I feel bad because no one ever tags me and then I feel like the last person picked on team, so I'll tag Annandale and I'm also going to tag the Underground BJD because I think you're really funny and I want to thank you for tagging me last time because that was really nice of you. So you two, I tag by name, and then everyone else I also tag. So please do this tag. Please check out Chaos World 60. She's really cool. She has a lot of really cute dolls. So if you haven't already, check her out. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, that was the tag. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye!